What's up, guys? Another Friday, Titan Lifestyle, Big Dru.
Titan Lifestyle, Big Dru and John here at Titan, ready to do it. This week went by quick.
Yes. You know, the weeks aren't going by faster. This year went by really quick. I mean, we're already in October, almost at the end of October, right? And halfway through, a little bit farther, I guess.
Yeah.
But man, it's been going great, man. A lot of big things going on. So I mean, it's just we're blessed to be here, right?
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good to be inside. It's cloudy outside. So
it is. Usually Florida is really
never
sunny.
cloudy where we're at, so
yeah,
it's good to be in here.
We've been getting these days.
What's up, Big Rod? What's up, Rich? What's up, King?
What's up, guys? How you doing, Jonas? How you doing, guys? So listen, Titan Lifestyle. We're here to talk to you guys about everything Titan and outside of Titan, because it's about a lifestyle. It's not just about the brand or the medical clinic or the athletes. It's about the lifestyle, and you guys need to live that lifestyle. So we talk about everything. So if you guys want topics we want to talk about, remember, just DM us, and we'll talk about it hopefully the next week or the weeks incoming, guys. You guys will love it. What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? So let's get into it. Titan Lifestyle, man. So you want to start us off, Dru?
Birds topics. Birds of a feather.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather flock together. I'm a firm believer in that. It's only a matter of time before you get sucked into something negative or even positive with the types of people you hang out with. So,
agreed.
A lot of times people hang out with people that they say, "Oh, I'm not like that," but they're always hanging out together.
Right.
My problem with that is, why hang out with someone if you don't have the same interests?
I agree.
So it's only so you're lying to yourself, telling other people that you don't like to do those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a matter of time before you get sucked into it. So you guys saw me do a video clip on the beach a few weeks back where I said, hang out with people that have money if you want money. Hang out with people that are in shape. You want to be in shape. I'm a firm believer in that. That's why a lot of the people I hang out with is in the gym.
Yeah.
Whether they're CrossFit, bodybuilders, or just gym rats, or just know the lifestyle. Because if I'm going into a restaurant with Tupperware in my hand with people that don't understand, all they're going to do is try to get me, just don't eat that meal. You don't need to. Why do you have to eat this and that? It's too much explaining.
Right.
So, I mean, or even if you guys want to, if you sell cars, hang out with the best car salesman in the dealership. If you're an insurance guy, hang out with the best insurance people. You need to hang out with the best people around you if you want to be the best. You can't hang out with a bunch of people that's overweight if you're trying to get in shape.
Right.
Or even people that are overweight. Hang out with people that are in shape or on the right path you are, and it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to, you don't always have to explain everything all day long. Right. I got Tupperware in my bag. People that know I have it there for a reason. It is what it is, you know?
Yeah, I truly believe in what you're saying, Dru. You know, it's about sharing the common goal, right? You know, you guys are in the same brainwaves as what you guys want to accomplish. Whether it's, I hate to say it, like team, right? Like a football team, basketball team, they might not all agree on everything.
Right.
But they know when they get in the game, like they're gonna, as a team, they're gonna work together, and that's what the goal.
Exactly.
So it's really about a support system too, because if people get around, let's say drug addicts, they're like, well, I'm not a drug addict, I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
But you're around this drug person, so you're in these bad situations, or it could lead to temptation where people associate you with that, right?
Yep.
And that's, it's a judgmental thing. We don't want to stereotype and stuff like that, but a lot of people do. They stereotype you for who you are.
Yeah.
Even when they see me and Big Dru, or probably, like, I get it all the time, how many times do you work out?
Yeah. You live in the gym.
Yeah, I mean, why are you eating that? Why don't you change up? There's a lot of different things, and you can have a balanced life, and you can do different things. So it's not just about, being in one aspect of things, but being in the same brain path is want to accomplish the same goal. Right. So I mean, if you want to be an athlete, you're going to hang around athletes. You want to be a weightlifter, bodybuilder, heavy man. I mean, I guess.
Not only that, going into the alcohol and the drugs thing. If you don't drink, like I don't drink, I'm not going to go hang out with a bunch of people at the bar drinking. First of all, because I don't drink. Second of all, I'm going to be a designated babysitter.
Yeah.
It's like you're a designated babysitter. If you're around a bunch of drug guys doing drugs all night, and you're the only one. You're a designated babysitter. I mean, you're not even relating to those people. And it's only a matter of time before you get sucked into doing that, whether it's something good or bad. People think they can always get sucked into doing something bad, but you can get sucked into doing something good. If you're in school, young kids, hang out with the kids. It's the best athletes, best students. It's only a matter of time for you. Like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna do that too. It's a lot easier,
Definitely is a lot easier.
Yeah.
I mean, if you hang around those people, you will get those. You'll get those traits, and most likely, it is what it is. So it's all about training yourself and wanting to be your best.
Yep.
And that's really what it is. So hang around with the best. Now, some of the people you might think are the best might not be the best, and you might find that out, and that's when you change tracks and and go to people that really are, and you will see over time.
Yeah,
I guess
it's true that sometimes people aren't the best. You think they're the best.
That's right.
The grass is greener on the other side, but sometimes it's greener because it's fake.
Right.
Remember
right.
that. Remember
so
that.
watch out, and don't always think that, because it might not be. So just make educated decisions, and don't let people pull down the shades over your eyes. I mean, just be realistic with yourself, and I think that will help you out tremendously. And then whatever you're trying to accomplish, get with the best, like Dru said, and then you'll most likely learn a better path to get there. I hate to say it, but like, if that person's already been successful in one thing, if you ask them those questions, they're probably gonna be able to tell you the answers or give you shortcuts, and you probably won't make the mistakes that they made.
Right.
That's why people pay consultants or mentors or whatever it may be, and make sure, like, I see this in abundance these days, and not to say there's some good ones out there, but like lifestyle coaches or success coaches, everybody's a coach.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so I want to see a resume. What have you done? And I don't want to see just this little tiny little thing. I want to see, like, hey, listen, what have you accomplished? So if it's business, have you created multiple businesses?
Right.
Because you're going to know, like, the bank account, the taxes, this, that, whatever. If it's weightlifting, like, you're going to know, hey, the best training patterns, the best diets, the best supplementation. So I think that's key.
It's true what you're saying, too, is if you actually speak to the people, don't just go online and read success stories, because half of them are bullshit.
Right.
Actually speak to people, like sit physically with the person. Okay, how'd you become the best athlete? How'd you become the best student? How'd you become the best salesman? Like, sit with the people, the actual person, because we don't want to tell you this and you go home and read stories about how they did it and why they did it. You might as well read one of the books or go to one of the lectures.
Right.
Actually sit with the people and actually talk to them, figure out how they did it. Like,
absolutely. I mean, there's gonna be information out there, So don't let them tell you. I mean, their stories or success tell the story for them. Plus, I mean, if people have went to them and they've been successful afterwards, I mean, they're legit people. You can talk to them. I mean, that's the best thing. Even referrals, word of mouth is huge. It's huge in advertising. It's huge in where you want to get something done. I mean, think about it. When you want to get a service done or whatever, you might ask a neighbor or a good friend, like, hey, listen, where do you think I should go? Hey, I use this guy. Or they tell you, hey, listen, I went to this place and it was awesome.
Even employment. I mean, 50 to 75% of the people have the job they have now because of somebody they know or a referral or,
What's up, Rob? What's up? It's true.
Shout out to Charlie in Ohio, too.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to everybody that's joined us in. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you guys all joining us for Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru. Fridays, 2 p.m. every 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. We will be here, and we'll be having different locations coming to you this year coming up. 2019 has been a good year, but 2020, we got some...
Great year.
Yeah, we got some
good and great.
Quick heads up, Facebook for some reason is down, YouTube is up, not sure why, but either way, the link from YouTube is shared to Facebook, so you can come and check us out on YouTube.
Okay, so if you're on Facebook, which you guys are on Instagram, you guys won't have to worry about it. So at that point, our Facebook people, I hope that they're getting this. So
check us out,
yes, I don't think anybody on here can see that though at this point. Let me, I guess we'll be okay. Anyway, so you Instagram people will get us our full attention. What up, Cali? Tiger Gaines? Eating that meal, watching the lives, enjoying it. We appreciate you joining us. So we talked about birds of a feather flocking together. Basically, get with the right people that know what they're talking about, or they're in the right path that you want to be in and not a negative path to bring you to a better point, right? All right, so drinking hot tea or coffee in the sauna.
That's one of my things I've always done. I have my clients do it. A lot of times people think that going in the sauna, they just think of it as just sweating. Like your body is only sweating, you're only losing water. But in the sauna, your body could be the most thermogenic out of any place in the gym. Mm-hmm. Your body's constantly fighting to cool itself off. Right. If you're out in the gym, you're doing sets, you're lifting heavy weights. In between sets, your body's cooling a little bit and coming back up. In the sauna, it never has a chance to chill.
Right.
So at the end of your workout, go on the stair machine or the treadmill. As soon as you step off, don't say hi to anybody. Step off and walk directly into the sauna while your heart rate's still up with your hot coffee or your hot tea or just hot water, any hot liquid, and slowly sip that while you're in the sauna. It's going to keep your heart rate elevated, and you're going to continue to burn while you just sit there. You're going to be literally burning fat and while you're just sitting there. Now, you don't have to do the stairs or the treadmill, but if you just sip hot liquid, green tea, coffee, hot water, anything, sip it in the sauna, your body will become a furnace, and you'll you'll heat from the inside out as opposed to the outside coming in. You can lose a lot more water and burn a lot more that way. Just make sure you're hydrated before you go.
Right.
Make sure you have at least 2 liters of water in your body before you get to the gym.
Please, guys.
And then try to sip another liter of water during your workout. So by the time you get to the sauna, it's been 2 hours, you have 3 liters in, and then you're also sipping another liter or half liter of hot liquid. I'm telling you, it helps a lot. If you guys are having a hard time sweating, and people who don't sweat, they hold water, sub-Q water, put a sweatsuit on, sit in the sauna, deal with the heat, sweat it out, and sip some coffee or some green tea.
Yes,
it works.
Guys, make sure you are hydrated when you guys are doing this, for sure. Because if you're not and you put on a sweatsuit, you might pass out. Right. Make sure somebody's around you and you know what's going on, okay?
Not only that, too, when we say hydrate, that doesn't mean hydrate only immediately before you go. Right. Don't not drink water all day and then chug a liter and say, I'm going to go in the sauna. When you hydrate, you want to hydrate 24 hours before whatever you're doing requires hydration. So if you have a football game, 24 hours, start sipping water, get it into your body going into it. So the night before, if you know I'm going to do sauna tomorrow, start drinking your water. Or tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm going to start doing sauna. Start drinking your water. Pound the water before you get in there, because otherwise it's just sitting in your stomach and coming out of your bladder. It's not really in your body to help with that. So.
That's right. So when you're sweating it out, you'll get dehydrated even faster if you do not hydrate. So make sure hydration should be key to everything, even your weight loss. So at that point, make sure you guys are hydrating. Water is key.
Yep.
All right. So Halloween's coming up. It's like another week and a half or so, I guess. You know, my son's really excited. I just got all his stuff, and I guess
what's he gonna be?
So that's what I'm saying. So I guess when we were kids, we had the plastic costume with the plastic face, right?
Yeah, the ones that sweat and you could it smells like candy because you've been eating candy all night.
Yeah, I mean these kids, they get the world. So he's putting together his own costume, like of his Fortnite character that he built. So it's pretty cool. So he's got like werewolf ears and like black wings and like.
So it's like the full suit or just the top?
No, like I picked out these individual items that he's going to put together. His Fortnite
top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Oh yeah.
Big black jacket, pants, this different like shirt. Like, So it's cool, I guess, you know. And at that point, like Halloween candy. He's 10. You know, I don't know how many years he has left for Halloween.
Yeah,
you know, at that point.
I think my last year was maybe like. Probably 10 or 11. Right. Probably 11.
It's right around there,
once you get to middle school, it's kind of like, we used to go ride our bikes and hang out a little bit, but that was when that was different back then. You can't even really have kids ride their bikes Friday night like that.
No, man. And, unless when parents are out there and they have Halloween earlier now where, you're pretty much done like by 9 or 10 o'clock. When we were still going, like the darker the better. You know?
And it was crazy.
Halloween was good, man. It was good back in the day.
The candy is the main thing I have a problem with. It's okay to let your kids have a little bit of candy. I mean,
of course.
But I just think that don't give them the excuse it's Halloween so then they could just eat candy all night. Monitor the candy. Take it out of the room at a certain time. Only give them certain portions. If they have a whole. I used to use a pillowcase back in the day to hold my candy.
Absolutely.
But if they have a whole pillowcase full of candies sitting in their room and you tell them only eat 2 or 3, I'm not going to do inventory on that.
Right.
So it's just like they're going to be I'm going to eat
candy
try to eat
all
as much
night. As possible,
all night. So it's just
their stomach hurts.
Yeah, their stomach's going to hurt and the candy's going to be gone. So I would just say monitor how much they actually do eat, or even get sugar-free candy, or even alternatives. Like you'd be surprised, some of those fruit chewies are almost like look kind of like fruit roll-ups or gummies and stuff. They have like the organic ones, not organic, but they have like sugar-free or there's a lot more healthy alternatives than just Tootsie Rolls and Snickers and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I think the problem is that most of the people out there are giving the candy. So the things that I do for my kid are this: I usually go through his candy, I'll let him pick out the best of it, and then I'll portion it like you said.
Yeah.
The other part of it is that I would be like, all right, listen, if you want to give up some of your candy, I'll actually give you a cash reward.
Yeah.
So you can use it on your Xbox for Xbox dollars to get a new new gun or whatever it is for your character.
Yeah.
And man, they jump on it, man.
Yeah.
So at that point, and you're teaching them, kind of like the bar system, or how to use money, or how to really sell something to that degree.
Or teach them that candy is it's not good.
It's not good, at that point. And you're doing them a favor because listen. Kids eat candy. I ate candy growing up. I'm sure Drew did. I know Art did. And I know Charisse and everybody else did, okay? It's when you get older and you start being more educated about what the candy is. I think our candy has gotten worse.
Or even what it does to your teeth. I mean, my teeth got messed up pretty bad from eating candy so much.
High fructose corn syrup, all that garbage is in there. So even Welch's, like the little gummy snacks.
Yeah, that's the ones I was talking about. Yeah.
Dude, they're like, oh yeah, fruit juice. Dude, they have high fructose corn syrup in them. I mean, most of
the grams per serving are the same as like the bite-sized Snickers are almost the same as the fruit.
Remember Pixie Sticks? Pure sugar.
Oh God, they've got
Yeah.
those big ones now. You go to Dave & Buster's, like this big. You know, I remember the old ones. You know,
yeah. Well, you guys can get the the snack bags, the Ziploc bags that are like half the size. You can make portions for the kids. You portion it out. So if they say, "Oh, your candy, here's your candy," boom, only give it to them at certain times, or obviously after they finish their food.
Absolutely.
Best time to give their kid their candy is after practice, after they've been running around outside, after they've been doing all that. If you're gonna give the candy, give it to them right then or right before they do some burn. Don't give it to them before bed or before right before they go to bed or right before they're sitting on the couch or right before they're gonna sit around. That's the worst time. Is sit there.
Dude,
not only that, they're not gonna be able to sit there anyways because kids, it's like pre-workout.
Sugar high.
Candy's like pre-workout.
Yeah, man, they're gonna get a sugar high, running around causing problems.
Yeah.
You know, causing irritations to you, your wife, or your loved
I
ones.
remember being a kid and just literally eating sugar as a kid, like just taking raw sugar and just doing stupid stuff like with Coke and stuff. Like Coca-Cola and sugar, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and just
diabetes in a bottle. You know. I mean, so this is another thing you have to watch out for is diabetes. So you want to teach your kids right so they don't end up with diabetes type 2 when they get older, okay? So like we talked about, and we've talked about this, I think, numerous weeks, making sure your kids are educated. So this goes right along with it. Halloween, sugar, candy, making sure they're educated about, hey, listen, it's okay to eat this and to have some balance, but do you know what you're eating? And really explain it to them, this is something that could be hurtful. Well, why are you letting me eat it, mommy and daddy? Because, listen, I don't want to take everything away from you. I want you to be able to enjoy this or be able to see what it's like, but I want you to know what the consequences are afterwards, okay? Yeah. And they might not get it, but if you keep instilling it in them, they will get it, and they really do respect your opinion. They love you as a parent or as a mentor or whatever it may be. So, not always giving them the hard line of the speech, but just educating them, just like, hey, listen, I just want you to know. I think that's cool. I mean, my kid, the way he accepts things, he's a Gemini, so he accepts things one way one day and one thing's the other. So I really got to pick and choose my battles of what I'm doing here, All right, guys, so what do we got next? All right, form to failure. All right, so form to failure to me, and this is one, is like, all right, you got to make sure your form is right before you start going hard as hell. Right?
On an exercise.
Right. And I think form in general, whatever you're doing, right? It's just getting the right way to do something, and then you're getting better at it, and you could do more of it.
Right.
So, I mean, whether it's working out, whether it's learning, programming or software development, or you're answering the phone. I mean, there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it right. Get it down the best, and then build on that building block.
Yeah, just make it become routine too.
Yeah,
once you do it so many times, it becomes routine.
It will, and good habits and bad habits, right? So if you learn something and you learn something the wrong way, and you just keep doing it over and over, you're getting better at being worse.
Yeah, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
And then you got to correct it.
Once it's there, it's impossible. People that squat wrong, that have been doing that way since high school, and now they're like 30 or 40, it's almost impossible to correct their form. I try all the time.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's trying to teach someone to walk differently that's been walking their whole life. Okay, change your walk. It's like, how am I going to...
Right.
Yeah, it's very hard. Right.
So, form to failure, guys. Whatever you guys are doing, make sure you guys are implementing the correct form or doing things the right way.
Yeah, so like Michael Hearn. Look at Michael Hearn. He's like 50-something years old, has one of the best physiques in the world, one of the strongest guys out there. He goes full range form. He goes heavy, but, I mean, his form is still there. He's never had injuries. He doesn't wear elbows wraps and this wraps and chalk. He's just correct form. He's big on form.
He is big on form.
Huge on form.
And he was a Titan, like a robot. I'm glad
Titan. Yeah.
So Michael Hearn. So I mean, he's a great example, and that's what I live by. Live by the example of form to failure. Whatever I want to do my best, and then I want to progress on that. All right. So you guys instill that. Tell me how it works. I promise you, it's like 14 days of doing something to 21, and you will start instilling this into your routine daily. Whether it's your diet, whether it's the way that your form is and you're working out, or your job. And I promise you, sleep patterns. That's another one.
You get 14 hours of consistent sleep. You'll change your whole life.
Oh wow, for sure. I wish I could get 14 hours, man.
No, not 14 hours. 14 days.
Oh, 14 days of
consistent sleep. Like you're gonna say, do like 6 to 8 hours a night.
I wish I could get that too.
Yeah.
Woo.
4 hours is like 4 hours. 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Sleep is important.
I go to bed
guys.
at 12 or 1 and wake up at like 6 or 7 pretty much every day. So,
I mean, that's how I am too. So at that point, I'm either working or watching a little TV or doing something, talking to Sharice, something like that. All right, so is the things that you're eating in your food the best for your diet? Is it failing you guys? All right, so when I bring this topic up, we talk about diet and what you guys are eating. So Dru's on a specific diet. He knows what he eats every day, right? I know what I eat every day. And then you start eating something, whether you're a new person coming in and trying to get healthy or get in the fitness level or industry, or you're a seasoned veteran and you know exactly what foods do what. I actually posted on our story today what macros were as far as proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, and how many calories were associated with each macro. So at that point, you guys can look on there and see that. But when we talk about these foods, do these foods affect you in negative ways? And I'm not talking about like a peanut allergy. I mean, I guess I could be talking about that in general, but to different foods like bananas, almonds, yeast. Some people follow the blood type diet, and in those blood type diets, they tell some people not to eat any poultry. They say chicken is really bad for you. Don't eat any. Right?
I spoke to the guy the other day that said that.
Blood type diet, right? Okay, so these people follow that diet and they swear by it and everything like that. So I'm all for some of these diets. Or if you're gonna do on a strict diet, stick to the plan, do what you're supposed to do. But is there a way that we can check what these foods are doing to you? So do you have a sensitivity or a food allergen, to some of these foods that you're eating in your diet? So the answer is yes, right? So we can test now pretty much all the foods, but we put together like a 21 test panel of like poultry, pork, beef, fish, rice, all these different things, and you can actually tell if you have a sensitivity or an allergen to these foods. Sharice actually did it. We found out that she has an allergen or sensitivity to bananas and to yeast.
I might have bananas. I want to check that out.
So we're definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, my bananas. Every time I eat bananas, it just doesn't...
It doesn't right? Yeah. And bananas are a huge one. Potassium, right?
Yeah. I used to eat a lot of them too, but I used to always wonder why I was feeling always bloated and just felt weird.
Hers is like... The yeast was on like some of these cheeses she was eating, and she's like, that makes sense because my stomach would hurt afterwards, And it might not affect you or you're not going to die.
Because it might not be the cheese, it might just be the yeast in the cheese.
Yeast in the cheese. That's what it is. Yeah. Some of the breads that collect more yeast, it's crazy. So
that means if you guys get this test, you might be able to actually eat the foods you thought you couldn't. Just get the gluten-free or the yeast-free or whatever free it is.
Yes, or you could just eliminate those one things
that might be. If I'm the yeast and I can do cheese, I'm going back to that cheese.
For sure.
I miss that cheese.
For sure. I mean, it'll actually tell you. So you'll have something to go back to and actually be able to dial in your diet and making sure that diet is really, really catered to your body, or your body can accept what you're putting into it. And that's really key. I mean, you want to give it the best fuel as possible.
Right.
Always. I think we talked about plant animal proteins and stuff like that. I think it was Titan Talk.
Yeah.
And basically, I watched this documentary, and it was it's called The Game Changers on Netflix. It's the executive producers were Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Cameron, and Jackie Chan. James Wilkes, the UFC fighter that was the narrator type, he was the guy who was looking for this stuff, this research, because he was sparring with a champion. He was a UFC welterweight fighter. He was sparring with this other guy, and he snapped both of his ligaments in both legs.
Damn.
All right, so the guy was out for like 6 months. So he's sitting there on the couch, like trying to research what's the best stuff for me to recover, what's the best proteins for me to eat, why, this and that. So I kept going back to animal proteins versus plant proteins, and why plant proteins were better than animal proteins.
Yeah, if you eat 20 times the amount.
No, well, their research is telling us something totally different, obviously, right? But there were some cool things, so I want you to check it out, and you take a watch.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
But it was cool, and I'm not going to change. I'm an animal protein guy.
I'm an animal protein guy, but I think it has to do mainly with the amount of. If I did plant-based protein, I would have to eat like 3 gardens a day just to get my protein up. So I mean, you have to go a lot higher.
You got to go a lot higher. That's what it says. But in this documentary, they said that plant protein, you actually get more in plant protein than you do in animal protein. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I got to see that.
Got to see it. Check it out. Even Schwarzenegger was back in it. Joey Taylor, I will let us change the subject real quick. So
Hercules
Potion. He said, sorry to change the subject. I keep seeing stuff about Hercules Potion. What is in that? So when we talk about Hercules Potion, we're talking about amino acids. glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine, L-citrulline, taurine, proline, NAC, and L-carnitine. Now, there's a lot of great amino acids. What are they going to do for you? So this is what they're going to do, or that specific blend Hercules Potion will help you out with. So glutamine is going to help you out with recovery. You're actually going to have arginine and L-citrulline, which are precursors to nitric oxide, which are going to create that vasodilation and that blood flow, creating vascularity, and obviously getting more blood to the muscles and helping you out there. Ornithine is going to let you do more strenuous activity. So at that point, you should be able to do more reps, go longer, and whatever you're doing. This doesn't have to be just in the gym. This could be in sports. This could be in MMA. This could be in anything that you're doing, right? This is awesome. You have NAC in there for some liver protection. Proline in there is a collagen-based amino acid. It helps lubricate the joint areas. And L-carnitine is great for weight loss. So, and lysine's in there to boost the immune system, because let's not forget, any strenuous activity you're breaking down the immune system, because you're breaking down the body and the muscles essentially, right? So your body needs to recover. So at that point, these things will help. The biggest thing, instant gratification, I think most people notice
is pump.
The pump is real, for sure.
The pump is crazy.
It's no joke. You know, when you inject the stuff, you can spot inject it, or you can just inject it deltoid. I have a video on IGTV that you guys can check out about the spot injecting, how to do it, where to do it. But it's awesome, guys. I'm talking about like maybe 30 minutes. Right before the gym, you're on the way there, you're like, damn, I'm starting to feel a little bit, I guess, but when you get in there in your first couple sets and you really feel it, that's when you'll know. And it's not a 15-minute pump that's going to last.
You'll feel it.
It's going to last.
Say if you're doing bicep curls, normally it would take, once you get warmed up and you're into your sets, it would normally take 30 to 45 minutes to get the feeling you feel off this with literally like 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
I mean, I always start light. I do like maybe five or six reps with the 20s, and I jump to 30s, 40s, 50 to get warmed up. But even during my warm-up, my arm is tighter than it would normally be if I didn't take it during the actual heavy set. I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, bad in a good way. Bad to the point where the other day I was doing biceps, I had to push my elbow against the machine to get my headphones off to talk to somebody. I couldn't even get my hand up. Or I have to come across my body. But sometimes it's too tight to even do that. That stuff is just...
It's real. It's serious, guys. It's one of our biggest ones. What's up, Big Boy Toys? Big shout out to you guys. Everybody who's joining us. Thank you, guys.
If you guys are going to go hang out with a girl and you want to get that pre-pump where you do the push-ups and dips before she gets there, hit the chest and triceps, it'll stay the whole night to the next morning.
Hello, Felissa. So basically, the guys use it in all different ways, or girls use it too. So girls use it in their glutes to pump their rump. That's what we call it. Some use the calves. They're wearing dresses and stuff like that at night. Competitors can use it to pump up if they're depleted down before they're about to get on stage and want to pump up and they can't get that pump. That will also help them. There's numerous things that this will help out.
Right, and when he says girls can use it on the glutes, it's not oil based, so it's not the technical. It's not this typical.
It's not a filler.
It's not a filler that's just gonna put oil into your butt to make it look all the way. It's a water based injectable with aminos that actually help the muscle, not just fill it up. So these videos you see these girls getting their butts done or guys doing their biceps and it's full of oil. This is not oil based, and this is coming from a U.S. pharmacy. It's not coming from someone's basement. So it's 100% clean. As long as you sterilize the area and do the proper injections, you'll have no problems.
So you guys will love it. Water based, doctor prescribed, comes from a U.S. licensed pharmacy, and at that point it's going to be absorbed in the body as far as the amino acids. Your body needs these amino acids, so it's going to be healthy for you guys.
None of that.
You guys will be great. So the Keto Giant, you filled out your new patient paperwork earlier this week. Awesome. Did somebody contact you? Let me know. If somebody did not contact you, I will have them contact you right now. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm always in here for you guys. I'm always available. We do carry IGF-1, LR3. So we get a lot of questions about IGF-1, growth hormone releasing hormones, like the peptides, CJC 1295 and Perelin, along with another good one is MK677. So at that point, that's another big one, which is an oral form. Now, these things will help stimulate your own pituitary to produce your own growth hormone, which are really, really awesome. Some people like shots or want to do the shots. So you can do the CJC 1295 with Perelin or the IGF-1 LR3, which is awesome. Everybody asks me, what is IGF-1? So IGF-1 is insulin growth factor 1. And it's made in the liver after growth hormone is done went down to the liver from the pituitary and actually converts. So at that point, you guys will get all the benefits of it. It's like a race, but going from start to finish like that. That's what it is. So yes, if you guys have any questions, concerns, you guys want to become patients, you guys can call or text 727-389-3220. titanmedicalcenter.com is a website. Guys, we do hormone replacement therapy, males and females, nationwide, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, blood testing.
Libido enhancers, that Cupid is serious.
Oh yeah, Cupid's candy.
Yeah,
so at that
serious.
point, if you want to do some relationship enhancement, we have the things for you guys. So at that point, you guys will love some of these different therapies. They'll help you out in different performance.
Fellas, you will never strike out. And you know what I mean.
You'll become Superman. So if you want to become that superhero to your girlfriend, loved one, or wife, trust me, this is going to be it. They're going to be like, man, I need to catch up to you. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys. So Beast Automatic, all you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. If you want to do hormone replacement therapy or anything like that, we need to do blood work first. We would set that up. The very simple thing, very first thing you need to do is call or text 727-389-3220. Tell the girls you see us on this live. You want to set up for blood work, or if you want the vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, we will get you the proper documents or whatever you need to get started. We service you guys. We concierge everything. So at that point, you'll see our doctors. The prescriptions will go into the pharmacy. The pharmacy will ship directly to you guys wherever you're at in the country. We don't hold any medications here. We don't ship the medications. The pharmacies do. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Simple. It's real simple. You just call the number. It's real simple. A lot of times people say, I'm supposed to call the number, but I don't know what to say. It's not, just call the number and just tell them that you're interested in starting Titan products.
Yeah.
And if you want to get Hercules or whatever, you don't even need a blood work for that.
No.
So just fill out the new patient paperwork, get it done, or they'll just send you wherever you need to be to get it done. Wherever's closest to you. You could have a blood place 2 miles from your house. You could live in Texas.
Yep.
We'll just send you there, get it done there, and everything can be done from there. You don't even have to come here.
Yeah.
Just call us. We'll take care of everything.
Guys,
Simple.
we get
Real
some
simple.
information over the phone. We'll send you this piece of paper if you need blood work, and we'll send you the locations of where to go. So you can have all the directions. Plus, if you have any questions after that, we're here for you guys.
Yeah.
So you can call, text, email. You're always going to have medical staff here. We always have a medical provider on staff too as well. So if there is an issue, problem, question, we can always answer it with you guys. And we're always here for you guys. Patient service and our therapies are number one priority to us here at Titan Medical Center. So I want you guys to know that. You guys, if you guys have any questions, please call or text. Okay? If you have any more, please bring them up on the live. All right, guys. So how do you know if your supplementation that you're taking right now is working?
Blood work.
Blood work.
Blood work.
So
that's the only way.
It's the only way. It's the only way. So
only way you know it's really working, I guess. Because
Right.
I mean, you could take it and say, "Oh yeah, I got a pump," or "I got, I feel better," but it might not fully be working.
Right.
You know, only way you can really fully know is a blood
Right.
test. Don't
Right.
just Google like.
Right. So you know that, hey, listen, all right, we can do blood work on hormones. So you can test if your testosterone's up or your growth hormone's up or whatever it is. But amino acids and vitamins are another thing, right? And our body needs essential amino acids because we essentially need them, and our body doesn't produce them. They have to come from an outside source, like your branched chain amino acids, those three: leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And then you need basically some of the vitamins too, like vitamin D, vitamin B. You need these different vitamins. So at that point, can you blood test for these things? Yes, you can blood test. I just showed Drew a panel of my blood test. We did an
This
amino
stuff is
acid
crazy.
profile. It's like 22 amino acids, all your essential amino acids, all the other amino acids that you need that are vital, and you can tell if whatever you're taking is working. So if you're just like, oh, I'm taking this oral powder, right? Well, how much do you got to take, and what level is it taking you to, right?
All that ratio and stuff you read on the labels means nothing. It'll show on the blood test. So you guys are sipping powder all day long. BCA, gallon jugs. Got my raspberry, got my strawberry. BCA. I might not even be doing anything for you unless you actually know you're wasting your money on this.
Right. I mean, you guys are getting empty promises from what's in that bottle. So I even showed Drew, I said, and I take a couple injections of the things from my amino acids, and the amino acids are through the roof on what I'm taking. So they're high. It's perfect. I know it's working. I know it's working great. And I'm not having to sip these things all day
It's
long.
1 ml.
I feel bad because I know Drew was sipping a lot of stuff before, man.
Yeah.
I know he was. So we're trying to just, go around that.
I'm sick of having BCA powder all in my beard and everything now.
Plus, here's another thing. You're doing more stress to your liver. So anything you're intaking, you're having to process through the liver. So at that point, you don't want your liver to work harder, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to put added stress on the liver. So if you don't have to do that and you're getting a better source faster transportation, higher absorbency. Why not? It's a better quality for your body. And like I said, it's your health, and you want to give the best. What up, Zoran? How you doing, man? Big shout out to everybody joining us for Titan Lifestyle on Fridays, 2 p.m. with Big Dru.
Powerhouse.
Oh, yes. So big love to everybody out there. So we went over all different types of things. So we talked about birds with a feather flock together and setting yourself up for success with being with the right people and hanging with the right group of people. Dru talked about one of his secrets when you go in the sauna, drink hot tea, hot coffee. Basically, at this point, what Dru was trying to get to you guys was heating up your core temperature from the inside and helping your body to really burn fat or to get rid of fat.
Keeping your body in a thermogenic state after your workout without having to actually move.
Boom.
You could just finish your workout or finish your cardio, go straight to the sauna with your heart rate still elevated, and just sit there and continue to burn as you just sit, listen to music, go on your phone, read a book, whatever you got to do, but it just continues. It's easy.
So you guys are going to love that. If you guys haven't heard this, you guys can always go back to this. Plus, our podcast will be live too, and you guys can always do that. How long does TRT take to kick in? All right, so if you're deficient and you need hormone replacement therapy and your testosterone's low, it depends on the ester, okay? So you have propionate, cypionate, and enanthate. Propionate's in your body within 24 to 48 hours, right? It's gone out in 72. So when you take it in, your levels will probably jump, so you might feel better faster. Cypionate's the most common one that's prescribed. It usually takes about 7 to 14 days, and you'll start feeling better immensely. Yeah. So energy levels will start kicking up, libido levels will start kicking up, and at that point, your motivation starts kicking back, and you start feeling more confident in yourself. And that's when you get to go to the gym or do these activities, and then you start working on the outside. You know, it's a common misperception that if you take testosterone, you're going to gain muscle automatically, and you're going to lose weight automatically. Yeah. It doesn't work like that, okay? It depends on your diet, depends on your activity, where you're at right now. So if you've let yourself go for 25 years, don't think it's going to take 30, 60, 90 days to get you back in tip-top shape.
Right.
Okay? Now we can work on the inside.
If you do get back in 30, 90 days, it's not healthy and it's not going to stay that way. It's not healthy.
So at that point, you know, I've seen people lose rapid weight. Okay, and what happens is their skin cannot keep up the elasticity.
Right.
Now they have a lot of hanging skin.
Yeah, they get the surgery.
They got to get the surgery, and at that point, you know, some of these people get cut, and they usually, I've seen it where they get cut like down here, and then they actually fold it in, and then they staple it or stitch it from the inside. Yeah. So it's like your skin is folded and tightened. Yeah. They did the exact same thing with plastic surgery. They used to put people's faces back, and basically, and they would tighten it back through the ears. Yeah. And at that point, that's how your skin would stay so tight like that in facelifts and stuff. So, guys, so don't do that. So lose it over time. Now, I understand you want to get there as fast as possible, and you don't want to slow down your progression. So if you're losing, you know, a good amount of weight, hey, listen, you're on a roll. Do what you need to do. But just remember, it's not going to come off usually overnight, and if it does, it might not be the best aesthetic look for yourself.
The only thing that can come off overnight is water weight. Not all your water weight, but water, sub-Q water or water that is in you, sweat. Yeah. It's pretty much the only thing that can immediately come out. You can't just take something or do something where the fat just comes out, or the muscle just comes out or goes on. So water, when people lose weight, gain weight within a day or two, it's usually just water related. So I mean,
even lipo, man. So you know, talk about lipo, and lipo's talking.
I'm not a fan of that.
All right, so so you're not a fan, right? Not a fan. All right, so lipo can be good and lipo could be bad. So let's talk about the good and bad. So guys have gynecomastia. So when they get the surgery, they have to get, you know, part of their gland cut out, right? And what happens is the tissue's growing around that area. Now it's almost like a man boob if you guys don't know what gynecomastia is. So at that point, what happens is they get fat deposits all around their chest area. And now a good surgeon, so when they do gynecomastia surgeries, and especially the pros that I've seen, and the Rock's had I think like 3 gynecomastia surgeries. So what they do is they'll cut it, and then at that point they lipo around the area to make sure it's aesthetically correct.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the only thing that I think lipo is really good for.
Yeah, like, but that's different because that's not. Yeah,
it's not pulling the fat out.
That's like
a crutch.
That's like breast tissue that was formed off of like elevated estrogen, which is another reason you get blood work too.
Right.
But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of people, especially people these Hollywood people. They just lipo.
Oh, for sure.
And they look like
For sure.
It looks like a bad car with nice parts on it.
Absolutely.
Right.
And let's talk about the bad of lipo, right? Because I don't think lipo should be used for that.
For certain things, like what you say, one little area, or I've seen that one show, the lady removes cysts. And if you have like a fatty deposit, it's like a specific growth. Right. But don't just take a lipo machine and just start.
No. You're not getting, there's good and bad to everything, right? There's excessiveness. And so the bad thing about lipo. So you go in, right, let's say, and I see a lot of older women do this. They go in because they haven't worked out. They don't want to work out, and they just want to get rid of the stomach area. So they go in, they get lipo on both the sides, and they get the tops, and this is all looking all right. So what they essentially do is they pull out fat. They pull out the fat, right? And at that point, what happens is your body either, one, if you don't get on a healthy lifestyle and you don't start doing activity, creates more fat cells, or this is why the manipulation looks so bad, because their fat cells that they have stretch in different ways and get bigger, and that's why they look aesthetically bad like that. So, or, I mean, it could be a bad job, I'm not going to say, but that's usually what happens, is people do not, and the same thing with phentermine, when they start getting on the appetite suppressant, they use it as a crutch, they don't get on a healthy lifestyle, they don't change anything about what they're doing, and it's going to go back, You're talking about insanity. You're doing the exact same thing over and over and expecting a different result. It's not going to happen, okay? So that's the good and bad I would think about lipo, Other than that, I don't think that's really a good choice. I don't like the cool sculpting. That can cause nerve damage in areas that they don't really talk about in those fun commercials. And I've seen people where they've actually looked worse afterwards. So,
that would...
Don't always look at the ups, and there's always downs to the procedure. So there's good things and there's bad things. And there's always
like surgery,
risk versus reward.
Weight loss surgery to tighten up skin. I mean, I don't have a problem with the whole lipo thing, because the thing is, when people tighten up their skin, they put in the work.
Yeah.
They didn't just sit on their ass and say, "Let me go buy a machine and suck the fat out of me." So I mean, if someone loses 50, 100, 200 pounds, whatever, they put in the work.
Yeah.
Then they can get the surgery for the skin, because the skin's not going to go anywhere no matter how hard you work.
Oh, no.
So it's almost like you did the hard work, you got rid of all the fat and tightened the skin, but that whole face,
they got it all, man.
look like China dolls, like
they
the
got
face.
It all.
Like
cats.
Like a cat, exactly. The face is like pressed back and the cheekbones, and R.I.P. to Michael Jackson, but come on.
I was nearly 500 pounds a year ago at 6'9". I've lost over 175 pounds naturally in 14 months. Now I got to deal with the skin surgery.
Holy good, congrats.
Big shout out to you.
Damn, 175?
Dude, that's huge.
How much?
He's lost 175 pounds.
Okay, so
he's 325 pounds.
So about 320?
And 6'9", that's good, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, you're probably looking pretty strong.
That's the keto giant.
Yeah, listen. What you've done is spectacular.
I'm going to follow you right now, Keto John.
It's spectacular. So don't let anybody, I don't care. That skin, honestly, it should be a badge right now. Okay? I understand aesthetically you want to look good, and that could possibly be holding you back a little bit. So if you got to do with the skin surgery, hey, listen, man, it will be worth it, especially if you keep up the healthy lifestyle, because you're only going to get better and better, man. You're chiseling your own statue right now, which is awesome, and that's a huge success story, man. So if you do come on, we want to help you out as best as possible. I will make sure that I'm hands-on. You let me know whatever is going to go on, and we will definitely help you as much as possible, okay?
Also, Keto Giant, shoot me a DM right now. I'm going to follow you. We're live on our screen, so I can't get to you right now, but shoot me a DM right now. I want to stay in contact. I want to follow you.
Yeah, that's huge. Angela, what's up? So, at that point, just... if you guys are going to do any surgeries, just make sure you guys know the risk versus reward, okay?
Make sure you have a good surgeon, too.
Please, make sure you have a good... It's nothing to go cheap on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah. You're like, man, this guy's 9,000, this guy's 4,000. Now, I'm not saying the 9,000 is the best route either, but definitely check out and definitely look at reviews.
Yeah, do your homework. Definitely do your homework.
Because, man, once you get it done, it's you're going to have to go through other problems. I know girls that went cheap on breast augmentations and have had to get it done 3 other times.
No.
3 times? Are you serious right now? And they're not getting bigger or different, nothing crazy. So that's just, it's nuts. It is nuts. What's up, guys? How you doing? All right. When under tighten supervision, can you avoid the dangers of TRT? There's a lot of information providers give that would scare some away from TRT. Of course. Yes. So when you're monitored underneath Titan Medical Center, you're monitoring the medical staff. We're checking up on you guys every 28 days. Plus, if there is an issue, you call us that day. So if it's the next day after you get your medication, there's a problem, you call us or text us. The big thing that's out there that a lot of providers do not look at is they're not blood testing you guys enough. And you may say, well, I don't want to go in for blood tests, 2 or 3 times a year. Well, I understand you don't want to go in for blood tests 2 or 3 times a year, but the problem is that you're not looking on the inside at some certain things that could possibly be going wrong that could cause you these issues. So let's talk about one big thing. So let's talk about red blood cell count, hemoglobin, hematocrit. All right, thickening of the blood. This is the biggest thing that the problem is on HRT or TRT that a lot of providers or people do not look at or don't take serious. So when these levels are elevated, right, you have thickening of the blood that's going to make your heart pump even harder or not even be able to pump through, which is going to create strokes, blood clots. You can be terminally dead. You will be dead in a lot of cases. If you have a stroke, nobody's there to help you. Blood clots, embolisms, you guys will be dead. You guys will have to either do that, or if you get a blood clot, you got to go on a blood thinner. So when you go on Eliquis, that's one of them, then you got to get blood tests to see if your blood is thick enough or if it's too thin. My dad's on this, and not because of blood clots, but he has to have thin blood, right? Yeah. So literally, he would take too much of this stuff, or the dose would be too high, and the doctor wasn't watching him, and he'd start peeing out blood because it would get so thin. He would start peeing blood.
Yeah,
that's scary to me, right? So that should scare you guys. So listen, I out there now. There's some risk to testosterone replacement therapy if they're not monitoring you correctly. Right. If they're monitoring you correctly, then you're all good. The other thing that people get upset about, and they get upset at us about this, and this is one thing that we can't help. If you have open heart surgery, or you have prostate cancer you just got over, or something very, very serious with your health, we're probably not going to prescribe you testosterone, okay? Right. Now, that's not to say that you don't need it, but we don't want to cause another huge health risk for you. So there are some people that they're not going to qualify per se. Now, healthy people, they shouldn't have any issues. If you have polycythemia, which is you have high red blood cell count, hemoglobin, hematocrit already, you're already doing therapeutic phlebotomy. So that means you're doing therapeutic dumps because your blood's already thickening. And this is a genetic disease. We don't see too much of it, but there is the ones occasionally that come through. And testosterone, what happens is secondary polythysemia, and that's when the blood gets thick. We talk about red blood cell count, hemoglobin, hematocrit. The other thing they should be looking at is prostate, just to make sure. We know testosterone doesn't cause prostate cancer, but we still want to make sure that your prostate is not enlarging, right? Because prostate cancer is on the rise. It's out there, so it is something to look at and want to make sure that you guys are healthy. We're going to get you to optimal levels, but you guys are going to be healthiest as you can possibly be, because that's priority. Health should be number one. Yeah. That's it. Done deal, okay? So I hope that answered your question. Much respect to you too, man. All right, so let's get into this one. I was talking to these guys about this, and this is on the outside. This is in the entertainment world, and it has to do with medicine too, I guess, medical. So Kim Kardashian, does everybody know who Kim Kardashian is, right? Everybody knows Kim Kardashian. I hope so. She's made awesome sex tapes. She has her own show on E! For years and years and years with the family. Her little sisters, their half-sisters, are making billions of dollars. Yeah. The family's successful, right? So she's already had kids. She's married to Kanye West. And I think they've had 2 kids together, right? Where she's bared the kids. Yeah. I just read the other day, and I didn't know this till the other day, but I was reading on E! News, because I was just going through entertainment what we could talk about. Yeah. So Kim Kardashian is having another baby. She's having another baby. I'm like, all right, cool, she's having another baby. But she doesn't look pregnant. So I'm like, okay.
Adoption.
So I thought adoption. Yeah. That's what I thought maybe she's adopted. That's awesome. Right? She has a lot of money. She can help a lot of kids. Maybe she's doing a good thing. But, she's having a surrogate. She has a surrogate.
I've never heard of that. Not unless it's same sex and they need to.
Okay.
I've never heard of that.
Right. So usually it's for people that, they're same sex, they can't have a kid, right? Or for people that, they're infertile and they don't want to adopt, they want to do the surrogate thing, and they do that. So the surrogate. So this lady is basically carrying Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's baby. So they asked her about it, and the lady is going to get induced here very shortly. Okay? So they asked her, they're like, hey, you know, your surrogate's got to get induced, but you got this gala you got to go to, the Meta Gala. And she's like, well, I've been preparing for this Meta Gala for so long. I hope I don't miss the baby's birth, but I got to be at this Meta Gala. Damn. It's like that.
Wait.
So she's got this ball that she's got to go.
No, I know that, but I mean, so
That's
she's
messed
not
up,
gonna
right?
so she's not gonna do it. I mean, what do you mean?
Oh no, the surrogate's going to be going to labor. She's going to be dancing with Kanye at the gala.
Oh, so she's not even gonna be worrying about being there for her child.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's jacked up.
So does
You know what
it
it
take
sounds like to me? You know what it
responsibility?
sounds like to
Hey.
me? Because I'm a realist. It sounds like Kanye cheated, and they're using. It sounds like Kanye cheated, and they're trying to. They're like, what can we think of that would make this? Okay,
Make sure you put in Kanye West on this.
I don't know
Hashtag put in Kanye. Put in Kim Kardashian. I want them to see this.
I got you.
Hopefully
I don't know
they'll talk
about
about
this
this. I want to hear from Kanye West. And what's
Kanye,
going on.
I like Kanye. I like all his music. I like how he's just himself, this and that. But I don't know. Something doesn't seem right about Kanye. It could be. I don't know him personally, so it could be whatever. But why? I just don't understand why. Maybe because Kim doesn't want to mess up her body anymore.
That's it.
That's got to be what it is.
But
Then again, she has enough money and enough doctors that she could just fix it the way that she did everything else. So I don't understand. That's crazy.
I mean, listen, I understand maybe if she didn't have one. What's up, PCA? Ian, how you doing, man?
What's up,
so at that point, yeah, I guess you don't want to mess up her body. I guess that's
that's probably what it is. But I mean, I don't.
That's gotta be it.
It's like getting another dog or something. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I understand. Like maybe
I'm just saying.
you never had a kid and you don't want to mess up your body or model, and you're gonna do this thing.
You already have one or two.
But you already have two. You know, at that
You
point,
already have.
Can't be bothered with it.
And it's not like her body is so far gone now that she, you know, it's not like, just like, I mean, she's done it before.
Well, so Angela's got something that she's not. I mean, Angela Chulson said, "I'm not a huge fan of hers, but I read was that she was very difficult. She had very difficult pregnancies and got really sick. So
Yeah, that's pregnancy.
All right, so pregnancy is going to get you sick. All right, we know this. My wife's went through pregnancies. I know you've went through pregnancies, and you know they're not the best for the guys because we always got to take care of you guys, which is what we were supposed to do, right? But at that point, like I don't think she was ever bedridden. Now, when you talk about women that get sick when they're pregnant, the bedridden ones that have to be bedridden, that means that they're a high risk pregnancy usually. Now, getting sick, now you got to remember
Morning sickness. It's like
morning sickness plus her schedule. She was still traveling around like crazy when she was pregnant. So I mean, she might have got a little sick, but I think she's letting that one be an excuse.
She's already had her third child was a surrogate.
She's already had one, right?
Yeah, so this is her
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
She also has a surrogate. Okay. Well, this is her third child? I think I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, it's the fourth one.
This is the fourth?
Yeah, ultimately decided that was her best option for her third and fourth children.
Whoa!
Placenta accreta.
Wow.
Okay.
The thing is okay. All the personal stuff to the side, all the surrogate, why she did it, this, not that. Okay, whatever. You have to be there.
That's gotta be there, right?
You have to be there, okay? Yeah. Even if we don't get into your personal reasoning for why you didn't come up, you have to be there. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, all right. So
for me, it's bad enough you're doing it in the first place, and then not to come.
Third child in Chicago.
North,
Kanye definitely
north,
cheated.
South, East, West. I like that north, south, east. Shout out to Angel for that north, south, east, west.
This is funny, man. I mean, God, wow. Okay, well, she wanted a bigger family. I guess she got it. Well, hey, listen. I guess I'm not going to hate on her. I mean, there's people using surrogates, but it's just a little different, I guess. So I want to bring it up for you guys. At least you guys, you guys can tune in, chat about it.
I didn't even hear about it until now. I'm gonna go home and see.
It's something you would think you would hear about, right? I mean, it's like she is pretty big celebrity to a degree, and like surrogates. Like, I guess surrogates are everyday things now, but
yes, I haven't been online. I've been busy all day until I got here, so I haven't.
It's been nuts.
Yeah,
it's been nuts. So so you guys can check it out. Tell us what you guys think about it. Would you guys use a surrogate? Yeah, I know a lot of wives don't like surrogates. Okay, like I was watching like 90 Day Fiance. Right? This is a hilarious show. And this white chick, right? She's like 50. Her name's Angela. Sorry, Angela, you don't look like her. And this chick Angela, she's like big white, chick from Georgia, goes to Africa, and she's gonna get this dude from Lagos, Africa, basically. So in Africa, like part of their tradition is they have to have a child.
Yeah.
So he takes her to the mother, and the mother's like, hey, listen, you know, she can't even talk English. She's telling the son, she's like, hey, listen, is she gonna be able to bear a kid? So he's like, yeah. He's like, well, she's like, and the mother's like, if she does not able to bear a kid, is she gonna let you go and have a kid, you know, with somebody else, just, you know, to have the kid, you know? And then he tells the white chick, and she flips out, dude, and then she's like, well, I'm not letting let you bang some side chick and stuff like that. she's like, you think this? So they go to a fertility clinic, and this chick's like 50-something years old, so, you know, she's probably postmenopausal, which means she's not working there, and literally has one egg. So they have like thousands or millions of eggs usually. Women
they can't do anything with it.
Can't do anything with it. So basically they asked this chick's daughter, which is 30, if they can use one of her eggs. She's like, hell no.
Nah, I don't know.
It's funny. So if you guys,
I can't get mad at the women. I'd be mad too. I don't know. I can't even put myself in that to know. But I mean, well, I'd probably be like, no.
I guess it's. Is it different if they have sex and then they, you know?
I think it's a big difference.
Or if they get the sperm in the egg.
If it's artificially inseminated, then if it's inseminated, I don't really have a problem with it. But no.
That's cheating.
It's cheating, right?
It's cheating. It's cheating. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter like if everyone agrees to it. It doesn't matter if everyone's family agrees to it. If you're going through the physical act, you're cheating.
Yes.
Like because it's the physical act. Like that's the whole point. Like. Otherwise, why wouldn't you just have artificial insemination? Like, why would you have an option to do artificial insemination and then still goes around to physically do it? That right there would set the other person into craziness.
For sure.
Yeah, because the rest of the marriage, it could be a huge argument 10 years down the road. Yeah, that's the reason why you did it. Oh, whoa. And the kid could be hearing this. It'd be, nah.
Yeah, so... You guys check it out. 90 Day Fiancé is pretty funny. You guys will get a laugh. I promise. You know, I've been watching that with Sharice. I think it's one of the only shows I do truly watch on Sunday nights. So check it out. But yeah, you guys got any questions we can bring up? Can I go through you guys to get on TNT even if I live in Hawaii? Of course. We service nationwide, even Hawaii, Puerto Rico. Okay, all around the continental United States. Titan Medical Center can help you. All you have to do is call or text 727-389-3220. Also, guys,
actually, we got to get some Hawaii. We got to get some Hawaii shirts or a little buzz going in Hawaii or something. Yeah. What part of Hawaii are you at?
We actually got some patients in Hawaii already.
Yeah.
That'd
be good.
Yeah, we got some people out there already, so we can of course service you out there. We'll send you some shirts if you sign up. It's like that. Represent us up in Hawaii. And no problem.
We're not going to make you come in to do your blood work. Obviously.
So we'll set you up in a lab close to you guys. Now in Hawaii, it might be Quest. I know they got LabCorp there, but it might be Quest. I don't know. The girls will help you out. As far as doing your visit, you'll be able to do it FaceTime or Skype, so you don't have to fly in from Hawaii. Yeah, and the pharmacy can ship directly to you to Hawaii, okay? So no worries there, all right? Please, if you guys are on YouTube, he's calling right now.
I like it.
Mention this, okay?
We can hear the phones. We can hear.
Absolutely. You're welcome. So if you guys are on YouTube, please press subscribe. Remember, join us every Friday, 2 p.m. We'll be here live. Also, Instagram, right? Please put 3 people in the bottom here. Tag those 3 people. Facebook, if there's anybody out there in Facebook land or this meets out there, guys, share this.
Click the notification bell too, you guys. A lot of times we tell you to tune in 2 p.m. You may forget, you may be busy, you may be at work. Yep. Click the notification bell. Make sure it's on your settings on your notification. Yep. Make sure it's on so you can hear it. That way you don't have to wait for us. Just ding, it's time to tune in. You can tune in.
Press subscribe, hit the bell next to it, put all after that. All right, guys? So we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah, it was a good week, quick week.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to go work out and eat.
Oh, yeah. It's time to train. So we appreciate you guys. Keep it locked. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We will see you guys next week. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are just tuning in right now, go back and watch this live all the way from the beginning. We covered all kinds of topics you guys are going to love. We'll see you guys. I'm John.
Big Dru signing off. Titan Lifestyle every Friday, 2 p.m.
Boom.